Hello, folks. It's Saturday, and I'm back because I got more to chatter about. 29th of October. Cheers. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. My goodness, people, you're so kind. Good to hear from the Andersons who know Norman Watt-Roy. Thank you. It's good to hear from you. Farouk, who sent me the Randy Power. Thank you. You already are. You already kind already. Thank you. Thanks so much, folks. So I did not buy the Beatles revolver. I want it. I don't need it. I've checked it out. Actually watched several uh, opening videos from different folks who have bought it. And unlike the print Sign of the Times, where you got all that vault stuff, that's what got me to buy the Sign of the Times box, the expensive one, because I wanted to hear the stuff that's in the vault. And there's much more to come. It was worth it. The Beatles, maybe eventually. The thing that got me to come on today is a question, and it's nice because I hardly get questions about my work, and so a recent question was the person said that it's the latest comment. Sometime could you talk about a bit about your album Psychedelic Sound? It's really interesting. Listen to it, the whole thing on a long drive. Kept it. Well, thanks for asking. Psychedelic Sound was a compilation of work that I put together for new Bandcamp Friday a couple months ago. And it reminds me that Bandcamp Friday is coming up next week. I don't have something new put together. I was going to try to, but this new piece that I started is just started. I may look at putting together another compilation of archives. I have a lot of material over the years, like Prince, and probably like a lot of, I don't know, like other artists. You have stuff that you start and you don't finish, and you have other stuff that you start and you finish it, but it's not like, well, okay, so it's done, but nothing happens with it. So Psychedelic Sound is a compilation that I put together based on a lot of material that I have done over the years, exploring sound and just indulging myself, because I really do enjoy sound work and sound collage. I archive my stuff and I have fun with it, in a nerdy way, in that make a lot of individual CDs like this, where there's only one copy. Here's type 28. Yes, I put something from this on that Psychedelic Sound. Here's another one. 9/16/13. Now, and what I'll do, since these aren't for sale, I'll just find artwork online that I like. Sometimes I make my own art, like this collage here. That's a collage detail for this CD. Let me just show these for a few minutes. I have a series called the Ambient Mix. This is the fourth in the Ambient Mix series. So, a couple more quick. These are fun. Like I said, the artwork is not mine, and so I don't sell these, but I'll find artwork that I like, and I'll use it for my personal copies of these. These are one of kind, okay? But these are the archives from which that Psychedelic Sound came from, and I may do another one, maybe not specifically Psychedelic Sound. Like, for example, the opening track here, here it is. Here's the original one-track CD. that I made for myself called The Trip. That opens Psychedelic Sound. And that is based on, yeah, see, it's the only copy. Kind of cool. That one is based on sampling, and the thing about sampling is I always endeavor to use samples in a way that recontextualizes them. I have played some stuff that I've done in the past where I've sampled people I actually know and asked them if they can recognize their work, and they can't. And then when I point it out, they're going like, whoa, that's fun. So that's part of what's going on in Psychedelic Sound. There's other pieces that go all the way back to the late 80s and the 90s where it's me doing things with my synthesizers and guitar, where you could call them experiments, you could call them little snippets, moments. Some of those come from that. Another one, Ventures. These would be fun if I could release them, but like I said, I don't own this artwork, and I'm not a pirate. Here actually is my that artwork that I used for Psychedelic Sound for one of my archives. Let me call it up here and see if I just stop rambling and maybe give you a little more, information. I do love sound, and the music. These pieces were not made just with the idea of getting high and listening. It's so this one here, this sounds to me like what I did here is that doesn't sound like a sample to me. That sounds to me like where I've taken a sound and you hear me processing it. A couple different sources. Some kitchenware in there. There is some scratching, some turntable scratching in there. Yeah, I quite enjoy doing this work, and here's one that's based on bandages. This one is done on my Sequential Circuits 6-track synthesizer, which is kind of a rare synthesizer, it turns out. They didn't make very many of them. But this particular piece is done completely on synthesizer. Yep, that one was. And then synth and tape. Let's see what this sounds like. Once again, I can immediately recognize where I'm working with my analog synthesizer on this one. This is not, so far there's no sampling on this one. This is me playing. And guitar. And some tape. Okay, some stuff that I sourced on tape. I have a bunch of material like this besides the Psychedelic Sound that I released in my discography, which is on. It's all on. Not everything I've done, but a lot of stuff is on Bandcamp, and if you go back and explore some of these other, like Paths Especial. Oh geez, there's really quite a bit of work on Bandcamp already. There's a lot of stuff on here. That's why I've actually that's why I kind of hesitate to put together another compilation. There's so much stuff on here already. Let me point out to the listener or the watcher who liked the Psychedelic Sound. If if you go all the way down and look up Von Psyche, Wastasis, Tensegrity, these are early. They go back. Stuff that I released back in 2007, the Tensegrity, for example. I actually made physical CDs of that and sold a few. So thank you for your interest. I don't know if what I said is it touched upon what you wanted to know. Let me know, because I'll just do things, I'll just do the work, and that's what it is. It's work. It's just I'll get caught up in chasing ideas or sounds or moods, feelings, and a lot of it ends up like that. I enjoy still finding new recordings by other people who are experimenting with sound, doing things that I don't immediately comprehend. That's fun. So I was telling you about the visible cloaks and the these two albums I just got, motion graphics. Listen to both of these again all the way through yesterday. They're coming in clearer. There's even a little bit of almost contemporary classical in some of the sounds on Visible Cloaks. Really like that stuff. So let me know if I even got close to answering something you wanted to know about psychedelic sound. For me, it's a journey, even though I made this stuff. That's partially what's fun about it, is going back and just revisiting things, because sometimes I won't even remember how I did things. A few records played, not too many. I'll show you what's in the stack. All the way through, I hadn't listened to this in a long time. The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. For me, this is one of the first progressive rock albums, along with King Crimson and those other bands. What year was this? Because I think this is a forerunner. I'm going to look it up as I talk to you. Do you all remember, you folks my age and older, you remember Fire when it was a hit on the radio? It freaked me out, but I was also intrigued, all this talk about the fire and the devil. 1968. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a contender for one of the first truly psychedelic crossed with progressive rock albums. This album is fantastic. There's even a concept seemingly to it. Peter Gabriel has said, quite openly many times that he got the idea for costumes on stage from Arthur Brown. Primarily, there was the primarily influence. This is a really fantastic album. Carl Palmer from ELP on drums. Vincent Crane, who had started Atomic Rooster, died much too young on keyboards. Great album. Great album. Really like it a lot. Here's one I bought earlier this year. Finally able to get it on vinyl. I showed this when I picked it up. Paradise of Replica, After Dinner from Japan, Hako. But I played this again yesterday and ended up playing it all the way through because it's so good. It's a sound unto itself. That's what I have to say. It's a sound unto itself. Well worth checking out. Adventurous? Yes. Different? Yes. Here's one I pulled thinking, is this one ready for the trade? Not quite. Juan Martin, Freud, Juan Atkins. Techno? Painter in Sound, Mark Isham on trumpet as a guest on here. Novice was a label that RCA started in the New Age boom. You know how the market always tries to chase the dollar and find a way to market everything. This was how they were trying to market New Age and jazz. Novice. And this is actually not New Age at all. This is classical guitar, some actual pieces, or all these written by him. They sound like, okay, I haven't read this. Okay, so it looks like these are pieces are based on paintings that he has titled the works after. So as a result, some of these sound very traditionally classical guitar, like something you would hear Segovia do. It's very, very nice. Not the whole album. Some pieces definitely stand out over others as not being treacly. It's a keeper. One that had kept popping up in my brain. Finally, said, pull it and play it. Sowiesoso by Cluster. Love this period of music from Germany. They call it Krautrock. I don't like that term, but I love this music. This is not an original. It's a Four Men with Beards. Four Men with Beards. Unfortunately, he got a reputation for shitty pressings. Unfortunately, this one is only just decent. There are those places where it's like, how did that get past the cutter? Or, how did they manufacture these with that obvious problem? I don't know. But the music is flowing and beautiful. And just like these pictures on the albums, the place where they live looks so serene and ideal, so natural. It's all in this music. It's very comforting. I find this music very, very comforting. So that's the music that's out. So hello, family. I'm going to be talking to y'all in a little bit. Zoom. It looks like we're trying to do a Zoom every weekend. At least my sister and her oldest son, Karim, have been making it. We'll see who shows up today. Something else I'll be working on today is I was asked to write an article for the next new music. Let's see. Let me get this right. I appreciate these opportunities and people getting a hold of me. New Music Box. Your home for the diverse and timely stories, news, opinions, and voices of new music creators and practitioners across the United States. So, I'm just finding out about this website and service, or whatever you want to call it. But I've been contacted by them to write an article for the different cities, different voices about me and my work, and being a person who is considered a new music artist in many ways, working in Omaha, which is not known for its art community or being a bastion of the avant-garde or things very forward-thinking. It's paid. I appreciate it very much, them contacting me. So I'll be working on that article today. Probably will finish it, but it's so nice. I appreciate the attention and the accolades. Is that the right word? I appreciate the fact that over time my work is being recognized by more, being taken seriously, and being appreciated. So I'll stop this video by saying, the person who asked about psychedelic sound, did I offer any insight, or was there something specifically you wanted to know about the work? Now that I will answer. I seldom get any questions about my work. It's nice. Take care.